Jane. I'm in a Dodger hat and costume, and we have three co hosts on the line: John, Don, and Bianche. Tonight's topic involves humorous things, lighthearted things, and deep, dark secrets. The first thing is Congress. They won by 7 votes. They voted Donald Trump to restrain himself in his approach to Iran, and only through congressional approval can he make specific attacks on Iran. Secondly, he's turning the White House into a WWE contest, which I don't know too much about. Someone else can comment. And three, his lineup includes Bret Michaels for the 4th of July, who's a washed up reality star, and I want to hear other people's comments on musical performances. And also, I'm continuing to study cultural phenomena like Michael Jackson and why the BBC decided to release a critical film about Michael Jackson and the highlight of his ghostly success. So the BBC released a documentary on what went on with the child accusations back in the 90s. So with that, we will start the show, and anybody can feel free to jump in, including Don, John, or Bianchi. Who wants to go first?
Well, I don't understand this deal about Congress have to know what's going to be the next target to be targeted in Iran.
I think what they were trying to say is that he just can't go in there willy-nilly. He has to have a plan.
They have plans developed at a spur of the moment with these fanatics.
Yeah, but the United States took down a ship from another third world country in another Gulf region, not even the Strait of Hormuz, that wasn't even involved in major power playing.
Did the ship pose to the people, to the commanding personnel of the U.S. ship? Did that foreign ship pose to be a threat?
No, they were in a whole different ocean.
And that don't mean nothing. Weapons of fire in any ocean, in the river. Was he putting sights on the American ship? They have the ability to detect that. If you lay your sights on an American ship, they're going to fire back. What you think, they're going to wait till you fire and hit them?
I don't think they intend, whatever that other ship was, it was a cargo ship. The United States.
No difference.
They have
carrying contraband.
They've attacked.
You know, we had over 30,000 ships sunk in the Atlantic during World War II.
Okay.
German U-boats.
Let me just say something. This was in the Indian Ocean. It was a ship belonging to a smaller country, and the only reason the U.S. Damaged the ship is because they suspected that they didn't follow the rules that the U.S. imposed on them regarding the potential Strait of Hormuz.
Well, when you're dealing with warring ships, it's down their best to follow their rules. And another thing, you either got a commander on the ship that's responsible for it, and you got the Pentagon. You don't need to have Congress, because a lot of these Congress people are on the tape, and they will warn our enemy what's going to happen. Just like Milley told his Chinese counterpart that I would warn you if Donald Trump decides to attack you. China.
I know, but I think the whole point is that we should not approach our foreign policy in such a hazardous manner.
Well, the question is with Obama, did he not do drone strikes for years? Thousands. He didn't ask Congress every time he did that, did he?
No, but he also didn't start a bona fide war with particular Middle Eastern countries.
Really?
The only time you start a war, or what you call a war, you've got Iranian missiles being fired at Bahrain and one other country I can't think of it right now.
It was
They
Qatar.
have nothing to do with it. They're not even near the Straits of Hormuz.
It was the United Arab Emirates. It was Qatar, and it was also not Dubai, but it was the one flanking the left side of them.
Qatar,
UAE.
UAE. Well, here's a question though. See, because here's the problem with that is that it's when Trump didn't just say, "I'm going to bomb you guys." He said, "Let's talk." He did that for 3 months, 6 months. We've been talking to them for years. He said, "You can't have nukes. You can't be enriching over 60%." This has gone on for years and years. He finally said, "Listen, if you don't, we're going to start doing something about it." So, it's totally not accurate to say, "Oh, he's just started a war." No, he didn't. He's warned them, and they won't listen. So now you have to take.
Yeah, but the ship. They.
Another thing.
God, you guys, you're bombarding me.
Stipulations on the mullahs there in Iran. That's not the civilian public. Their military is not civilian control. Hell, they got over 30,000 people that's been exiled or killed for protesting. No saying anything about that. It's only when Donald Trump does something and when he's good at it and kicking ass and making sure our military remains number one, everybody want to complain. And I suspect that you got Congress people, and we have seen it, like Jefferson there in Louisiana, who was taking bribes from Nigerian business people. They are taking bribes from these companies.
May I ask a question? You guys are talking about what you expect Donald Trump to accomplish in Iran, but nobody's talking about what their opinion is regarding the vote.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Okay, nobody is asking the question on what do you think of the vote in which Congress repowered themselves to curtail Donald Trump's military might.
Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief, like the Constitution says. It doesn't say that Congress is the commander-in-chief. Donald Trump, the president, is the commander-in-chief. He works with the Pentagon and the intelligence, our intelligence that find out this information that we're supposed to act on.
The War Powers Act of 1973 says that a president may act on his own for 60 days, and after that, the Congress will vote on the extent to which the president continues to the battle or if he continues to withdraw.
Let me ask you a question, Jane. What's the name of that document one more time?
The 1973 War Powers Act.
All right, hang on there for a second, Jane. Hang on there for a second. The United States Constitution, which comes before that, an act is not a constitutional amendment. The Constitution gives Donald Trump, the president of the United States, he's the commander-in-chief of the military. Congress cannot micromanage.
The thing is when we don't live in 1776. This is it was a federal law designed to limit the U.S. president's ability to initiate or escalate war.
The Constitution is absolute. Now, if you don't like it, there's a way to go about changing it called Article 5. Article 5 can be imposed by Congress or it can be imposed by citizens, a group of people that feels fit that they need to control the federal government.
Well, I remember.
And we weren't at war. We were ceasefire. We weren't attacking. There was no kinetic attacks. Instead, we closed the Strait of Hormuz, and that we weren't letting ships in and out. That wasn't war. If we were at war, we would bomb Iran. They wouldn't exist. Can't do that because everyone's going to cry that he disabled their ability to have business or to have their oil port. He could wipe that out in one afternoon, but everyone would cry that it's unhumanitarian. In war, you don't do humanitarian things. You win. That's what you do. But the point is, it was a ceasefire, and now he's restarting it, and they're trying to say it's an extension of what's always been.
I would like to make a point though. In the past, Bianchi has cited state, county, city, and civil laws that he has adhered to regarding his own community. Now, in this case, the War Powers Resolution in 1973 was passed November 7th, 1973, and it determines how far the executive branch can go before Congress, who has the purse strings, can limit that.
We were in Afghanistan and all these other Lebanon, Syria. We were involved in for dozens of years, well over 10 years.
Congress is not supposed to be micromanaging the military.
Yes, they are. Congress has the.
Why didn't they stop Afghanistan?
Congress has the purse strings. Congress has the purse strings. Even when we were in Afghanistan 20 years, they approved the federal military budget.
So you're happy with 20 years of spending all that money and getting nothing in Iraq?
In Iraq, we have established businesses and partnerships. In Afghanistan, it was all pissed away to the Taliban.
Let me tell you something about the purse string. When the Pentagon was audited, how much money was there they couldn't account for? What did General Wesley Clark say they could account for? How many trillions of dollars? They got purse strings. They don't need Congress. Congress should not be micromanaging the military.
It was in Pete Hegseth's.
Do you know what Congress is? You got some idiots in Congress. You got like Maxine Waters haven't showed up in months. They don't know nothing about that.
You can't dehumanize an institutional organization based on a few people's behaviors.
It's not just a few people's behavior. You got to look where they come from. Some of them don't even know the Constitution. They don't even know the wars that this country has been in.
Well, there's
the history of the United States. Some common people.
There's an outspoken black man in Louisiana who stood up to the Republican right and quoted things that were completely out of context with the federal government. Do you know who this black guy is?
It's a lot of them down here. There's Democrats that believe that they have a separate state. That's what they believe. You understand that? They believe they have a separate state.
Okay, can I join it?
And the point is, nothing Donald Trump does is going to be good for you. It's all wrong. And whatever Obama and Clinton and Biden did in endless wars and billions of dollars, nobody cares because it's a CNN, MSNBC legacy.
That's not true. I'm not really. I am anti-Trump, but for different reasons. But Bianchi, the name of the two guys in Louisiana are Randall Gaines, the chair of the Louisiana Party, and Troy Carter.
I know of Carter, a Democrat.
Yeah,
they pissed off.
He made a big speech.
They pissed off because they can't have their so-called black voting district. A voting district that's based on skin color is illegal. The Constitution do not guarantee you a black representative. It guarantees you a representative based on population in an area.
Okay, why are you so mad? Can I ask you a question? Why are you so mad tonight?
Because I get tired of hearing so much foolishness.
You know, I felt like we were having a civil conversation.
I am having a civil conversation.
Because
when you have people that, and I'm not attacking you, but I get tired of hearing this. I hear it all the time.
Okay, here I am. I'm telling you that laws that were passed in Congress, and John's saying stuff like, you're never going to agree with it just because you don't like Trump. That's not the point. That's not the point.
Congress cannot pass a law that circumvents the United States Constitution. It is absolute.
It doesn't circumvent it. It doesn't circumvent it. It puts safeguards in place.
Well, here's a question though, Jane. Two questions. One, tell me what things Donald Trump has done that you've liked, and hold that one. But more importantly, what would you do about Iran? They had 60% enriched uranium, and you know what they're doing to the Strait of Hormuz with the totally neutered defense. What would they have done with full capacity, especially with nuclear capability, in say 1 to 5 years? What would you recommend just to keep
okay,
talking the last 40? We've been doing this for 40 or 50 years.
I can answer that.
I'm just asking a question. Go ahead. So what would you do about it?
Before their Khomeini was killed, I guess his name was Khomeini, not Khomeini.
Right.
I think there were individual protests. They were aiming towards a change of power before Trump intervened with his military. So I think they're.
What was the protest going on?
Can I finish?
Yeah, but tell us what protest you're talking about, please.
I'm talking about the Iranians protesting against their own government.
In Iran, right?
Yes. Now, may I please
Okay, go ahead.
Let me summarize. So first of all, there was civil unrest in Iran. They were focused on reform and possibly mass reform, like making more of a mainstream government. I don't think the scientists up on, let's just say they were in an imaginary hill, I don't think they were plotting to blow the world up. I think the Iranian people, I'm not talking about the leaders, I'm talking about the people. The people wanted to protract a better civilized government. I don't think that Iran, once they had nuclear capability of that measure, was just going to go ahead and blow up the whole world without warning.
Well, let me say something. They're going to leave Israel alone. You really believe that?
You didn't ask me about Israel. You didn't ask me about Israel.
I can send you several videos where they interview people in Israel, and they go, Iran and Gaza.
How about Israel killing all the Gazans and Lebanese?
Could I have 2 minutes to say what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
You asked me my opinion, and I told you.
Let me know when I can have 2 minutes. Go ahead and talk for the next time.
Well, I didn't. I did.
2 minutes.
You can't have. I'm taking everybody off speaker, Ahmed. First of all, you asked me a question. I gave you an answer. I didn't get to part B, and Don has said nothing in this show. So
let me say this, Jane. You qualified your answer when you said, I don't think. That decision is left up to the United States military and their capacity with their officials. Those decisions come out from our intelligence that we acquire and also the Pentagon.
Well, I guess you're
civilian who's saying, I don't think.
You're the neighborhood bully, just like Bob Dylan talked about in his songs.
I'm not no neighborhood bully. I just happen to know the United States, and especially the U.S. Constitution.
Okay, John, your turn, and then Don.
Well, I was going to say, I can send you several videos where they interview Israelis and Jews in Israel, and they say, "Could there be peace?" And they're like, "Yeah." Does Palestine deserve to have their thing? Yeah. Can we forgive the past? Yes. And then they ask the same thing of people in Gaza, and they go, "No, we'll never forgive them. No, Jews are evil. They need to get out." And I'm just telling you, if you really believe Pollyanna style, that the Ayatollah, after he killed 30,000 plus, they say up to 60,000 people in the streets, you think the government is going to change?
I'm tired of your protracting good and evil on your fantasy level. Some
That's
people.
not fantasy. You talk to the people with the dead bodies, but all I'm saying is,
Why don't you go to Gaza and donate your time?
Well, that's the point. The only thing that he made a mistake in is when he said the Iranian government. It's not the Iranian government. It's a bunch of occupiers. They're occupiers, and they got a police force that abides by what they say and not the civilian government. What are they going to worry about the civilian government for? The civilians don't have no arms. They can't fight. What they gonna do? Use slingshots and rocks? And you see, wait a minute. And what about the upwards of 20 to 30,000 civilians that have been killed for just protesting?
What I think is that you guys think that Iran is an overpowering threat and we need to wipe them out. But you're forgetting that Israel had a lot of sway in our situation.
I don't say Israel bad, and you're saying Iran.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. You're talking.
I'm saying we can't trust them. They're not.
Are you people who don't? Everything to good and evil.
So you're saying I'm not intellectual. So Jane, who's the number one sponsor of terrorism on the world?
The United States. The United States.
And they have spousal terrorists that have attacked and killed Americans.
United States are the number one terrorists.
Okay, they are number one terrorist system.
They are terrorists. We teach them.
Why don't you let Don talk? And I'm not going to answer for a while.
Well,
so you don't like America because if we're terrorists, we're evil.
Well, let me answer this first. Tell me,
Iran is a more nobler country. That's what you're saying.
Tell me where the United States is using terrorist tactics to scare the people into doing it their way. The people in Iran come out in mass, millions of them. They want to rename streets after Donald Trump. They carry an American flag. That don't seem to me like a terrified people.
Not all of them.
They're not millions either.
Don, why don't you answer for Bianchi? Because
I thought you said you weren't going to say nothing.
I'm not going to answer moral code questions.
Moral code? What's a moral code?
That everybody's evil and everybody's good, and there's only evil people and there's only good people, and there's no gray lines. Those kind of people.
The Iranians are happy to have us. A lot of them are happy to have us over there. Happy to have us trying to at least take away the Ayatollah's power. And this thing is another Vietnam where it's all about oil and exploration and we don't want Iranian oil. No, we do want their oil. No, we don't. What are we going to do with it? We got more oil than we can handle now. What are we doing? Yeah, that's the whole point. We have Venezuela that's just sitting there, and Chevron and Exxon don't even want to go in there. And you know what it is? Let me tell you what it is with Venezuela. We liberated Venezuela. The people are happy we got rid of Maduro. All right, wait a minute. Let me finish. I need 2 more sentences. If we come in and liberate you, you're going to pay for it. We're not doing things for nothing no more. Right, and we don't have the infrastructure to do it. That's what I'm saying. We are in Venezuela. We have control of their oil and their country. Who is we, John? John, who is we? United States. The United States government don't have nothing to do with oil. They're working with oil companies. Right, that's what I said. But why you say we? I don't have no stock in none of these companies. They private companies. You and your group could do it. The NAACP can start an oil company and do the same thing.
You know, we're just trying to have a conversation. And by the way, the congressman in Louisiana who rocked the boat was Cleo Fields.
Cleo Fields is no good.
Well,
he was no good as a state senator. He wasn't for me. He was unresponsive. You call him up, and I got logs of every time I call him that set up a meeting. I got logs of when I call his congressional office in D.C. asking for material to pass out in the school, and we haven't got it yet.
He's probably worthless. He's done.
Then maybe you should go back to Missouri. If you don't like Louisiana, maybe you should go back to Missouri.
No, what we did, we got rid of Cleo Fields.
I was gonna play you a clip of his video.
Why? I'm nobody sure about
I can't do it right now because my cell phone's in use with you guys.
All right. Well, anyway, we know that Iran is bad. The United States is good. We will.
Iran, there's nothing wrong with the Iranian people. You got an occupier in there, Don. You know that.
There's nothing wrong with the United States people except we have an occupier at the president.
We have a person that's doing what even China said needs to be done. China said it needs to be done. They said Iran does not need to have a nuclear weapon given the threats that they have been making going back beyond Ahmed Ahmadinejad.
That's fine. We already did it. It's not a problem for what we did, trying to destroy their nuclear and also their base capabilities. The thing is that if we're done, if he said we're done,
we can't leave it like that. We got to have some sort of authority there, and the other countries that need the commodities that come through those international waters need to step up to the plate. Why is this country, why is this regime mining the goddamn straightaways?
Well, that's because
to sink ships.
This is their last straw. But this is the Ayatollah's last straw. He did not kill him. He's burnt up or something. He hasn't been out in months. And they don't even know who is running the country. So we are fighting against a ghost or guerrilla warfare or whatever. They're doing whatever they need to do. I ain't mad at them, but
I don't know why come they don't go ahead and have elections and get rid of that. See, you can't do it without guns. They got to have guns.
You probably the people that did. They were trying.
You got to have guns.
They were trying. Yeah, they have to have guns. They're prohibited. So the only thing they have is actually acquisition.
The civilian government is not prohibiting guns. It's the occupiers that's prohibiting guns.
Right.
I have a question. I think we all need to take a breather and talk about the UFC cage match that's going to happen June 14th on Donald Trump's 80th birthday.
Okay, well, we've had back boxing matches at the White House and things, so I don't think this is big.
Hillary Clinton said the White House property is turning into a circus.
It already has been. I mean, the thing is that when you start, I've toured the Capitol and the White House, and the architecture was austere. You had your nice, your browns, your greens, your reds, things like that. But there was no gold all over the place. From what I see and what I understand, some of that West Wing is clad with gold, opulence, kind of like
it's gold. It's gold painted leaves, and I've been in the Rayburn building and the other one that I forgot what the Senate one's called besides the Rayburn. I've been in those same buildings.
Yeah, no, we were just. I was there a long time ago with my mother, toured it, my brother and brother. But right now, the way it looks or sounds like it looks.
Well, hell, they have Easter egg hunts on the ground, don't they?
Yeah, they still have them.
Well, what's the difference?
We have an inside that looks like a king's.
The Easter Bunny The Easter egg roll's not the UFC cage match.
It's for a different crowd, Jane.
Yeah, but the
It's for a
Easter
different
Bunny,
crowd of Americans.
the Easter Bunny had to help Joe Biden out. The last time he got lost, the Easter Bunny was directing him. You should watch the video. It's hilarious.
Did you know that Trump criticized Biden on Easter, and he also swore Easter Sunday?
That's because Joe Biden was the biggest fraud. You know, Jill's on the campaign because she needs money, running around with the book tour talking about how Joe was totally, intellectually intact, and there was not a problem. He just had one bad night on the. I mean, seriously, have you watched the videos of him lost, where people are
You know what?
to go
At
every
least-
time he goes out?
At least
It's
he's not
hilarious.
like. At least he's not like Trump, where he's bragging that he took a cognitive test and he can tell the difference between a lion and a bear.
Well, you know, he's as sharp as a cookie. They can't keep up with him. You know, they interview him every day. He's taking questions on the fly. Joe was hiding for months. They gave one or two interviews, select answers to selected reporters. Do you guys really believe that he was competent and sane? And
I don't care about the past, but it has no reflection on Trump's current behavior, which is atrocious.
There's nothing wrong with Donald Trump's behavior.
Yes, it is. He said, "I'm the only one who's
From
ever."
his own Republican Party.
Are you kidding? He took out Maduro and like without losing one person. It was a brilliant strike. You have to admit that. He took out the Ayatollah. He took out the next guy in charge.
Woo!
He took out, Cuba. He's choking him out. He's genius, whether you like it or not.
And we said
He's
that
not a
wrong.
genius.
Trump did not take
He's
out-
rude.
Wait a minute. Trump did not take out Maduro. The court in New York had a warrant for Maduro.
True.
And the DEAs enforced the warrant with one of their agents
Right. But
who
they've
was
been after him for
accompanied by
years.
U.S. military for protection.
No one would do it for years. He was a wanted man. Trump was the one who said, go get him. The point is, whether you like him or not, for strategy, he was brilliant. I'm talking war. I'm talking against enemies, against China, against Russia. You know, he's got China's oil cut off from Venezuela. He cut off Cuba. He's cut off Iran. Just as a strategist, you have to admit this is brilliant. He's not killing anyone. He's just choking them out. You know.
Okay, so what if
What's wrong with that?
what if the grandson of Fidel Castro's grandson or Raul's grandchildren take out Trump? Then what are you gonna say?
They tried to take out Kennedy.
They've been trying to take out Trump for years.
I know. Maybe someday somebody will
That
succeed.
country,
What
the
you
people
happy with that?
Don't worry. No, forget that conjecture.
the people in Cuba.
I'm not gonna
is
forget
rationing
it
Chickens.
because Trump is attempting to
Everybody here is talking.
Trump is attempting to starve Cuba.
He's not starving Cuba. Cuba's already starving. They rationing chickens of all things.
The Iranians, this is all conjecture on, it would have happened, it could happen, we're so scared. They wouldn't have had any launch capabilities anyway. They could get their goose, they got a nuclear bomb, they could get it like 20 miles and bomb themselves. These people are not that advanced in the detonation of.
If they was working with North Korea, Don, they would implement a launch capability that would reach England. This already has been reported in the news.
So, by the way, Trump and Melania are building a private home in Albania where they plan to go next. So, more power to ya. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Why is everybody so scared? That's
I ain't scared. I can't wait till inauguration. I can't wait till inauguration day 2029.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen then? The cowboys and oath keepers will come back out and say, "No, we're going to keep them." form a ring around the White House.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says Obama 2028.
Well,
Let me tell you something. Persians do not respect black people.
no, because black people haven't earned the respect yet.
Persians do not respect somebody of, they call them kafirs. If you black, they call you kafir.
The bottom line is that those black coffers are bad motherfuckers. And
They ain't no bad nothing. Who they gonna whoop?
That's what,
They ain't whoop nobody. Oh, you have to go back. And those ones back in ancient time was not black Americans.
Black American, black man.
I hear you, John.
We're the most
Don, I hear what you're saying, but it just ain't true. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Don, but it just ain't true.
Oh, by the way, the Obama Presidential Center is sold out till August.
I'm afraid of Michelle Obama. She's tough.
Who?
And you know something else too? That the library he built is $1 billion. Somebody really don't fleece somebody with that.
It's not really.
Are you kidding me? Hey, look how
No, I said that it's not a library. It's a center. There's a library and there's other things in it.
Have you seen the arch for it? It's got a bent arch.
All I know is it better have its own set of drones in case Trump decides to attack it.
Well, I tell you what, it looked like a gauntlet. Somebody got paid on that $1 billion.
No one got paid. Every president gets to make a tribute.
How many contractors went broke on it?
I don't know. Ask Donald Trump, who ripped off his own people at Mar-a-Lago.
Donald Trump ain't ripped off nobody.
Yes, he did. He didn't pay any contracts.
They put all those DEI contractors on there, and they failed to make payroll, and they failed to keep up with the schedule.
Boy, you're really brainwashed, aren't you?
After doing it for 40 years, I should know.
Okay, Barbara Walters.
It is true. It did have overruns, and he was president how many, like 10 years ago?
Barbara Walters had an interview with Trump in the 80s, and she told him off 3 times in the interview, and he shut his mouth right up.
That's all right.
And nowadays he wouldn't dare be quiet when
you
a
know
woman.
what?
So now he's president and she's dead, right? She's dead and he's president.
Well, you know what? She lived her life. What do you care?
And I'm glad he lost in 2020 because it gave him some years to reflect and get things in line.
You were saying she told him off. It's like, oh, he's president twice. That really worked.
She told him off that he was broke, and she also told him off that the bank said he's not going to be able to pay his loans back. And by the way, she lived from 1929 to December 2022. She lived almost 100 years. So I don't think you should really criticize her.
I'm just saying, he's the man.
He ain't shit. He's going down.
Well, he might have been broke after giving Jesse Jackson money for 2 runs as the president, something he wasn't going to do.
I voted.
And the other people he's giving money to.
I voted for Jesse, and I voted for Clinton.
I know you did.
Hillary Clinton. I voted for.
Good.
I voted for her in the primary instead of Obama.
That's good.
So are you guys done petty fighting? Because I'm not really having any fun tonight.
Well, let's have some fun.
So John, tell us about. Tell us why, John. Why don't you tell us why you went broke again?
Oh Jesus! I thought we were going to talk about Magic Jackson.
Oh, I've been having fun. Let's see, my tooth implant got loose, so I had to go back, find the right dentist. That was $200. The refrigerator went out. I had to replace that. That's $800. The car, the Camaro, I had to get its smog.
Yeah, you told us last week, $1,000 part.
Yes, well, I bought a canister at O'Reilly's because, they didn't have it. They put it on. It still had problems. It had a leak, so I had to replace the evap valve. Bought that, replaced it, $150 there. So it was $150 for that, plus $1,400 on the repair, plus $485 for towing. After all of that, the evap code went on again. So I take it back to them. They go, well, it's a leak somewhere. Maybe the hoses. We can test it. They'll get a smoke machine. It will tell us where the leak is. And then they did. They said, well, the problem is since you bought the part and we didn't, we have to charge you labor and part again, $1,400.
You know,
there's no way around that.
Why don't you just sell the car?
I said, keep the part, which they did. They threw it away because I got to at least return it. It's a $200 part. I can at least get credit for that, but I can't. I even went in the garbage can after work. They said we have a dumpster out back. I jumped over the fence and went through the dumpster. Not there. So, and then I did repossess from a COSA the Durango SX T SUV. After 13 months, he made 4 months of payments out of like 13. So I repoed, very friendly. And of course, dumbass that he is, it was in his garage. He said he was working this month and he's gonna, give me half his paycheck, would be a couple grand. I go there to pick it up because he said, give me 2 more weeks. I said no. So I go over there. The SUV is in. He can't get it out of neutral because there's like a cord you have to pull to put it into neutral. So he's getting a tool trying to get it so we can push it out for the tow van. It's got a flat tire, and the tires have cobwebs. I mean, serious cobwebs, like when they have silk little egg buds for the baby spiders. So that thing's got to be sitting there, a month to 2 months. And he's telling me he was going to come up with payments. So then I have it towed back 95 miles to LA. They look at it. My brother's a mechanic, and it's too complicated. We think there's 2 batteries. We should replace those at $600. I go, nah, we'll pass. Just recharge it and just give me a diagnostic code. That's all I asked. Anyway, long story short, 5 days they do nothing. I go over there, pick it up today, and I said, okay, I'll tow it to another place. I talked to the dealer. The one battery is almost $500 plus $300 to put it in. It's $800 for one battery. So I found one guy.
$800? $800?
Yes. Now with the Camaro, I'm driving it right now. I'm trying to do 100 miles on it, so tomorrow I can smog it. But so that cost me $3,000 for 2 little plastic pieces that cost probably $55 to make, just to pass California smog, which other states don't need at all. Florida, Texas. So it's just the system of California. It's a ripoff.
You need to license your vehicle in Nevada, and the guy who lied to you about the vehicle that you gave him, is that where the $485 toll came in?
That one was on my Camaro because I don't have stickers because I can't get it smog. So hopefully tomorrow, after $3,500, I can get it smogged and then pay registration. Hopefully.
Do you have a garage to park it in?
No, I'm gonna have to get up early before they don't check the streets on Fridays, but I don't care. But normally on Monday, Tuesday, they check it at noon to 3. So at 7 or 8, I'm going to get up. I have to anyway because tomorrow is the court case for the thief who tried to steal my Camaro a month ago and fell asleep in the front seat.
You have a life. You have a crappy life.
It's just been my birthday month, my 66th
Okay,
year.
so what you need to do is you need to go drive to Nevada and register your car in that state and fuck California.
That's an interesting strategy. Interesting. But when you're driving out of state plates,
My nephew Benjamin forgot to re-register his tabs after 4 months, and he only had to pay $75 in Texas.
oh, nice.
And he has a $21,000 truck. And my roommate forgot to pay her tabs for 6 months, and she had to pay $378 to the state of Minnesota. And we're one of the cheapest states for tabs.
I can only imagine driving through Texas. They're so friendly to me. The last time they gave me a $385 ticket. So I can imagine driving with California plates and no tag, out-of-date tags. I can only imagine what they do to me.
Do you have any money?
I can tell you.
Go ahead, Bianchi.
I can tell you what you should be doing with your money. Not really, but a suggestion. Next Friday, SpaceX IPO will hit the markets. It's projected to be, according to Charles Schwab, that sent me a letter, $135 a share. I never have heard of an IPO being so cheap.
Wow.
And they also allowed retailers to get involved. The big boys have gotten involved already, those with the $1 million brokerage count. And if you let this pass up, I don't know what to tell you. Because it's projected to do 1,000%. Pretty fast.
Wow. SpaceX, Tesla?
Tesla, that's Elon Musk. He is a godsend for America.
What if I only bought one share?
You can buy one share if you want to. One share, that means it would expand to 100,000.
Oh, in big time. Pretend it's you're gambling. Just throw $1,000 down on it.
I've been clean. My 90-day. I'll be clean 90 days on Donald Trump's birthday.
You should gamble on the stock market. At least you'll have some stock left over.
I have over 2,000 in savings, and I don't live in a dumb state.
He's been very, very good. Tesla stock, TSLA, I make hundreds with that thing. And Donald Trump, with the way he's handling things over in Iran, ExxonMobil, XOM, is doing $1,000.
Okay, here, all I have to say is I watched The Landman, and that's about all I know about oil.
But this is what I'm saying. If you got a Charles Schwab office near you, go there and get involved with this.
I have one.
IPO.
My Charles Schwab is exactly 1 block from my house.
Go there and tell them you're interested in getting involved with SpaceX.
I got a Schwab account.
And by the way, I got a brand new car last week for $940. Not brand new. It's a 2005 Chevy Malibu, $940 with only 163,000 miles.
Well, that's good. But go to Charles Schwab, or like John, if you get your own, you can go online and do your own if you want to. But those who can't, go to their office and sit down with an agent, and they'll show you how to get involved.
And John, what year is your Camaro?
It's a 2011. I'm driving it right now. It looks like a Batmobile. It's very nice.
Good. I hope you get distracted enough to weaken your argument.
People love it. I should go clubbing and meet women in it, but I don't.
Well, I remember when you bought it, you paid $25,000 for it.
No, I paid $6,000 for it.
Oh, I thought you paid $25,000.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. You're 66 years old. You ain't gonna catch no woman with a nice car.
You just have to. You have to give the appearance of money. Actually, though, I'm not interested.
I know you. Whatever happened to the woman who you were gonna sue?
Sue, which woman? For what?
The one who stole your house keys 3 years ago.
Oh, crazy girl. Oh, she still texts me. She's gonna come back the 15th of June.
From where?
I don't want to know. She's giving me a warning.
Okay, so anyways, does anybody else have a tale to tell?
Well, I'm actually spending about $850 on a car insurance. John's story kind of hit home because I've got
Who's your carrier for insurance?
Prudential. No, Progressive.
I'm with Progressive too. I'm thinking of like looking up at one of those car sites, you know, where they just give you the cheapest online thing. What do you think of that?
If I want to change insurance, that's fine, but I bundle it with my house.
I'm with Progressive too. For my I'm with State Farm for the Buick, and I'm with Progressive for the Chevy Malibu.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on Malibu and Chevy. But the $850 is a lot for car insurance. On
how much? $850 a month?
A month. Yeah.
God damn, man, you must be out of your mind.
I got 5 cars. So, and 2 of them are one's for my daughter, one's for my granddaughter, one's for, well, 2 are for me.
How old are they?
$1,000 a year for car insurance.
Don, that's stupid. You're 70 years old, and you and your wife travel a lot. You gotta downsize.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
How old are the girls?
18 and 17.
And they one of them hit a school bus.
I beg your pardon?
You told us last week one of them hit the school bus.
One of them hit a school bus, and the other one hit another car just a couple weeks ago. So we had to come out.
You should buy them pink bicycles for their birthday.
Well, may not be the worst damn idea, but you know, their dad bought a Jetta, so one of them has a Jetta, and the other is still with us. But yeah, really, I mean, I've got to get rid of one of them, and I probably will. But I'm always at 600 anyway, so it's no big deal.
The dad happens to be your son, so why don't you say it more specifically?
Well, my son.
He's not a rando.
No, but yeah, no, he should be taking over one of them at least, and then another one we're probably going to get rid of that second car because I just bought a 2011 Mercedes, an E350. So,
are your daughters liberal, progressives, or conservative?
What do you think?
They're not progressive. They're kids. They're all over the place. They are NACP members, and we just try to teach them because they're honor students. So they're leaders. They're talkers, and what they're talking about is the general ideas and thoughts of the modern kids, their generation. They're trying to make sure that they understand what's going on because it looks like us adults are fucking things up all over the place. So they don't know where they belong, but they all know that they need to continue on with their educations, and that's the main thing. We had a graduation ceremony for them at their own elementary school.
Which one finished high school this year?
What, baby?
Did one of them finish high school this year?
Yeah, she's graduating. She's going to UNI, the local college, University of Nevada, Reno. But she had offers to go to Santa Barbara, San Diego, North Carolina, and Arizona. But she decided to stay home with us. And then the other one is going to be graduating next year. But they have this graduation ceremony at their own elementary school, and it was really nice, where they were able to tell their elementary school successors and what they were going to do with their lives. And it made a difference. Teachers enjoyed it too because it shows how well they perform letting these kids grow up. But it's something that I might try to push for more schools to do. And a little bit sidebar because I'm doing everything else in this town to try to keep people informed and active.
I have one hot political news story I forgot to bring up. Minnesota Republicans nominated a black guy named Kendall, Kendall something, and then they took 5 minutes of silence to honor Derek Chauvin, the guy who killed George Floyd.
I saw that.
So first they nominate a black guy, and then they take a moment, more than one moment of silence to honor the killer of George Floyd.
The cops did not kill George Floyd.
Well, he made a major contribution. I mean, let's face it, that was a poor choice.
Well, bottom line is that I saw that it was contradictory, and it shows how silly Minnesotans are.
And Minnesota, we're not even a Republican state. They're treading water in this election. That they'll be lucky if they get 39% of the vote. So let's just see what happens, okay?
But did you hear in the news that Wemby, you mentioned he's anti-ICE, the center for the San Antonio Spurs, 7'6" guy. I'm wondering, he's from France, should we try to deport him?
No, but he said that sometimes he questions his own place in the world based on his nationality and his identity, and he wonders how other people have to suffer in the way that they've been treating as a foreigner.
He must love America.
Go back to hell.
If we do deport him, we should have done it during the Timberwolf playoff.
I get sick and tired of these foreigners coming to the United States suggesting to us how we should run our country.
Well, he did say that he didn't say I'm anti-ICE. He said that he did not approve of the government killing their own citizens. Meaning,
you do stupid things, you get stupid prizes.
Right, he was referring to Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Renee Good was in the wrong.
Well, she's dead now, so argue at her gravesite.
She's dead, yes, good.
That's
good
not.
grief, she's dead.
That's mean. Now I'm gonna get kicked off of YouTube.
Good grief. I said good grief. She's dead.
Yeah, you're not Charlie Brown. You didn't sound like Charlie Brown.
Hey Jane, did you hear in the news? Caitlin Clark, they were ahead 8-2, and the coach put her on the bench, and then they were arguing. Did you see the argument?
No, but I know that lately there's been some negative publicity. I know yeah. There was one game where Stephanie White took out all the starters and they lost to the Portland team.
You think she'll last the season?
Yes, but a lot of weird stuff happens in the WNBA. Unpredictable things.
Wow.
So I have a question for you guys. Why are you guys so sure of yourself about what happens 7,000 miles away, but at the same time we're all struggling in America except for Bianca?
Nobody's struggling in America. They struggle because they want to and they make dumb choices.
Well, John doesn't make dumb choices. Bad things just keep happening to him.
Oh, that's just but they don't stop him.
So I have something to brag about. I qualified for low-income housing.
Oh God!
So I could quit my job, sit on my ass, pay $300 for rent, and I'm going to get a master's in Christian theology.
Oh boy.
It's called, I want to get a master's in apologetics. So should I do that, or should I bust my ass to my grave and die at Wally World?
Well, do what you think is best.
You're gonna die sitting around, and
Because right now
housing.
I can't even walk after I get off my shift at Walmart. I have to crawl up the stairs to my apartment.
I know, and that should be a telltale sign that you need more better nutrition and more whatever it might be. Who knows what?
I need someone to take care of me. And John, if you moved to Minnesota, you'd be paying $40 a year for card tabs with no smog check.
Wow. I'd have to shovel snow though.
Yep.
You can't shovel sunshine.
Yeah, I kind of like living the single life on Hollywood Boulevard, having fun. You should stay with your cookie.
My cookie's in Arizona.
And
I just found him and I are not talking right now. He's mad about something.
well, is that you? I mean, you can always take Section 8 to Arizona.
I can?
Yeah, it's that's a federal program.
Oh, well, thanks for the... I don't want to move to that state that's hotter than hell. I want to stay in the... I live in Reno before Tempe.
Well, yeah, tell that to Cookie when you're on your deathbed.
So,
Yeah,
anyways, I've talked to Cookie's psychiatrist twice this week, her assistant.
Oh
I talked to her assistant, and I sent them the book that I wrote on childhood.
Does he charge you, or does he need therapy after he talks to you?
No, but I sent them the book I wrote on adult child estrangement and my conversion to Catholic monasticism.
Oh my goodness.
In the same book?
I wrote a book about adult child estrangement and how I turned to 2 Catholic monks for guidance.
I was gonna say you need to send me that name of that book again. I need to read it.
It's called Falling from the Limb. It's on Amazon under Jane Hoffman, and it's less than $10. It's $9.99, or I could just mail you a copy.
Mail me a copy. That'd be fine.
Okay. Also, I've taken an oath of poverty and an oath of celibacy until I die.
Did you send out pictures with the book?
Send out 2 books.
Yes, there's 5 pictures of Cookie and one of me on the back.
Did you put your AI pictures where you look like ScarJo?
No. But I just made those recently. Why don't you guys talk about yourselves now? I'm yielding the floor.
I hear that your Lolo's therapist has gone into gambling and alcohol addiction rehab.
Kiss off.
Just because of him.
She's like a 25-year-old psychiatrist that got her She got her training in Connecticut.
It's a her?
Yes, Ashley Coughlin.
Oh my goodness.
Don, why don't you go down to Tempe and whip Lauren's ass?
Lauren ain't never liked me for some odd reason. I mean,
did she give you Jane, did she give you any advice?
She listened to me for 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
that wasn't the question.
No, it's not their job to give me advice. I have to figure it out.
For 45 minutes, did you pay her?
Okay, I'll tell you what I've learned. Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Blessed art thou among women. Be with me now and always and in the hour of my death.
Why you keep talking about death, and that don't mean that.
It's a prayer. It's the rosary, you dodos.
I know it's the rosary, but I'm about ready to say, what's that got to do with action? What's that got to do with?
I only have one action. All I can do is pray. I can pray for him. That's all I can do.
Okay.
So the therapist.
You can actually forget about him. Go out, find you a man, get drunk, and go gamble.
I quit gambling. I'm getting my 90-day pin.
Okay, go ahead.
Don, you're a bad influence.
So the therapist, she's 25 years old?
Yeah.
She's around 25 or 27 or somewhere like. She's the same age as him.
Is she single or married?
I'll send you a screenshot.
But is she single or married?
I think she's single.
I heard that after talking to you, she took also a vow of celibacy with her husband.
Do you want a knuckle sandwich?
Good Lord have mercy.
I will give you guys the best advice I heard. My 20-year-old supervisor at Walmart said if he ever stepped out of line with his grandparents, he'd get the belt and an ass whooping. So I think I either spoiled Lauren too much,
Yep.
and he didn't take me seriously.
Yep.
Well, that's because you're a single mom. You didn't want to, give male energy to him. A boy needs a man to set him straight.
He needs somebody like Michelle Obama.
Oh my goodness.
That was a man.
I wanted him to
Uneligible.
I wanted him to attach to one of his army bosses.
Nope.
But he ended up just disliking the army and withdrawing.
The service couldn't cure him.
Oh, geez, John.
My friend Ronik was mad when he quit the army.
She thinks her cookie is a virgin.
John, shut up!
I think that cookie got broke a long time ago.
Okay, I'm hanging it up. I'm hanging up. I'm going to stop the streaming.
All right.
I'm so